Module 6, Lesson 6's objective is to decompose arrays into rows and columns and relate to repeated addition. Item 2. Use the array of smiley faces to answer the questions below. Item A. Blank rows of blank equals blank. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the word rows. Now I know that rows go side to side. I'm going to draw myself a little reminder right here. I need to figure out how many rows there are, so I'll circle them. 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows. There are 3 rows. Three rows of how many smiley faces? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 3 rows of 5 smiley faces. Now I'll go ahead and count by 5s to figure out what the total is. 5 and 5 more is 10 and 5 more is 15. So 3 rows of 5 equals or is the same as 15. Now on item 2B, it says blank columns of blank equals blank. This time it's asking me for columns. I already know that columns go up and down, but I'm going to draw myself a reminder right here. Now I will circle the columns. 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns. There are 5 columns of how many smiley faces? 1, 2, 3. There are 5 columns of 3 smiley faces. I can count by 3s in order to determine the total number of smiley faces. 3 and 3 more is 6, and 3 more is 9, and 3 more is 12, and 3 more is 15. That equals 15. Now on item C, we need to create a repeated addition problem. So let's find out how many groups they're looking for. 1, 2, 3 groups. Well, I know by looking at item 2A that shows 3 rows of 5 or 3 groups of 5. So I will go ahead and put my 5s here. That's the same thing as 5 plus 5 plus 5. We already figured out that 3 rows of 5 equals 15. That means that 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15 as well. Item D. This one says add 1 more row. How many smiley faces are there now? I'll go ahead and circle that so I remember to answer the question. All right, now I will add 1 more row. I'm going to write myself a reminder above the word row that rows go side to side. I'll add my smileys now. 1 smiley, 2 smileys, 3 smileys, 4 smileys, 5 smileys. Okay, now I will go ahead and circle that extra row. So that means I'm going to skip count by 5 again. I have 5, 10, 15, and 5 more makes 20. How many smileys are there now? 20. Item E says, add one more column to the new array you made in 2D. And then the question says, how many smiley faces are there now? I will go ahead and circle the question so I remember to answer it. Remember that columns go up and down, so I'll write myself a reminder above the word column there. Now I will go ahead and add one more column. One smiley, two smileys, three smileys, four smileys. We no longer can count by threes because there are 4 smiley faces in each column. Now we have to count by 4s. I'll go ahead and do that down here since there's no more room. That's the same thing as 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. You can see that I marked off the top of each column so I didn't forget to count one of the columns. Now I will go ahead and pair them up. 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 4 plus 4 is 8. Plus 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 8 more is 24. How many smileys are there now? 24. Item 3. Use the array of squares to answer the questions below. I'm going to let you do most of this, but I'll get you started. Item A. We need to create a repeated addition sentence. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. Well, it seems to me that I can see 4 groups here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use those numbers for your repeated addition equation. And then add them up. On item B, it's asking for rows. Remember, we highlight the word rows and then draw ourselves a little arrow to remind us that rows go side to side. On item C, it's asking for columns. Highlight the word columns and draw yourself an arrow that goes up and down to remind yourself that columns go up and down. On item D, it asks you to remove one row. Again, rows go side to side. So I'll draw myself a reminder there. And I'm going to underline the word remove. Remove means take one away. Remove means to take away. And it's asking you to remove one row, so you're going to take away one of the rows. In item E, it's asking you to remove one column from the new array. Since a column goes up and down, I'll draw an arrow above the word column that goes up and down to remind myself that I'm talking about columns. And I'm going to remove it. That means take it away. And then, of course, it asks me how many squares are there now. All right, I hope that helps you. Good luck.